Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we have the long-awaited small Boston bag review. As you guys know that I did get the Celine small Boston bag for Christmas, and I've been using this pretty regularly for the last 2 months, and on top of that it's rained. It's actually been really warm as well, so I feel like I can give a pretty comprehensive review about what I think of this bag. So if you guys are interested to see my thoughts, then just keep watching. Okay, so you guys know with my bag reviews, I do have a specific way of going about it. So we're first going to start off with the general overview of the bag. So this is in the small size with the coated canvas and then the treated leather straps. So this is what it looks like from one side, this side. So it does say Celine Paris on both sides. And if you guys do notice, there are D-rings on both sides of this. So this is technically the second iteration of the small Boston bag. So when this size first came out, the D-rings were actually not on the sides. The way that you would hook the strap to where this bag would actually be right here, very similar to the Alma BB where you would hook it onto the strap, but I guess enough people complained and then they added the D-rings on the side. For example, Lisa obviously has this bag. That's one of the main reasons why I got it. She actually has the original iteration of this, so her Boston bag, she actually has to loop it right over here. Going back to it, so this bag does not have any feet. It's kind of like your signature speedy style bag. It does come with a detachable treated leather strap as well. So I do actually have a Zimone organizer for my small Boston bag, so I'm just going to take it out right now just to show you guys. But it's basically one giant compartment. The only pocket that this has is this little pouch, which if you've seen or own a Louis Vuitton Speedy, they also have these. Well, I believe only in like the 25s and up, the nanos don't. So it's just one little pocket right over here. It's fabric lined. On the website it says textile lined, but it's essentially fabric on the inside, hence why I have my little organizer. So this is what it looks like without the organizer. It's actually pretty firm but still kind of flexible. This is what it looks like with the organizer. So honestly still really flexible because I did get the 1.2 mm, so the thinner one. And then let me show you the strap as well. So the strap is adjustable, as you can see, and it is on the thinner side, which I actually prefer. If you compare, for example, the bandolier strap, that one is actually a little bit thicker than this one, but I actually like the way that this looks. And it has 5 adjustable holes. It has the lobster claws. It does say Celine at the top right here, and you can see the detail that the string is white as well. So this bag is available obviously in the coated Triomphe canvas. The white Triomphe canvas was actually a seasonal one, so I believe you can still get that on Fashion File or the pre-loved market, but they don't offer the white one available now. They also do have this available in leather too, in the black and then the brown. Both of them I tried on, and both of them I give it a 10 out of 10. The thing that I like about the Triomphe canvas is that it gives very vintage vibes. I feel like a lot of people consensusly agree that even though this bag is new, it gives like vintage vibes just from the way that the Triomphe canvas look. So pretty simple Boston bag silhouette. So just in terms of dimensions, it is 20 centimeters across, 14 centimeters high, and then 10 centimeters in depth. So I know a lot of people compare the small Boston bag to the Speedy 20, and then they do actually have the same exact width, because the Speedy 20 is obviously called the Speedy 20 because of the length. But I just feel like the Speedy 20 is actually a little bit shorter. That's why visually it looks longer, whereas this is like short and stubby, and that's the visuals that I like for this. So going on about sizes, I guess technically they have 4 sizes of this, for example. So they used to have a mini size, which came in basically a tiny version of this, and it had a cute little chain on it. And they also had a mini size where it said Celine in cursive, which I actually thought was really cute. I was very close to buying that. I believe in like at the end of 2020 I was thinking of buying it. My former Celine SA, she actually told me, she was like, it barely fits anything, so then I decided against it. So when it first got released, they only had the regular Boston bag and then the mini size, and then of course they do have like their keep all size. Basically it's basically a giant Boston bag, and it says Celine on it, which I actually really like. I know Celine actually for that one makes them custom for all the celebrities. Like for Lisa's, it'll say Lisa. When it originally got released, it was just the mini and then the regular size, and then the small Boston bag came I think like a year or a year and a half after the regular one. So retail price for this is $1,750. That is the retail price price that I paid. You know what's so crazy though is that the regular Boston bag, when that first came out, I believe that was like $1,700, and then the fact that this is $50 more expensive than the original size is really interesting to me. So normally for the what fits portion, I basically add everything that's in my current regular bag and put it in here. However, I do plan on doing a Boston bag review video comparing this with all the Speedies that I have, size comparing and what fits really in all of them. But I still wanted to do a what fits of just like random items that I feel like people would want to know. So for example, I have a 500 milliliter bottle, and it actually does perfectly. I mean, I'm sure you could probably only fit maybe a card holder and some other like small things, but just if you guys are curious, a 500 milliliter water bottle does fit, so anything smaller would for sure fit as well. I watch a lot of people's what's in my bag, and some people carry full bottles of perfume, which is crazy to me, but you know, whatever, live your life. So if you guys are interested, this is 3.3 fluid ounces or 100 milliliters of perfume, and this fits perfectly inside as well. And if you guys own a mini pochette, does the mini pochette fit inside? Yes, it does, quite easily. A very bulky glasses case. I know like the Chanel glasses cases are a little bit bigger, but this one's pretty bulky, and this one does not fit standing up. You guys can see that it sticks out, but it does definitely fit going across. And then we have a Nano Baguette bag charm, and then also the Chanel flap card holder. This card holder is actually pretty thick, of course, easily, double easily. And if you guys are curious whether or not the Instax, mini Instax actually fits inside, perfectly right in there. You can even do it sitting upright or across as well. So if you guys have a vlogging camera, if this can fit inside your purse, definitely a vlogging camera can as well. Second to last item, I know some of you guys still use the long wallets because hello cash, and the long wallet does fit. It doesn't fit like perfectly across. As you can see, the wallet made it slightly wonky. If you put it at a diagonal, it does fit as well. So just because this is a small Boston bag, you don't have to sacrifice and change out the wallet. And then last but not least, I do have an iPad mini. Is this the iPad mini Air? But it's the smaller one, the compact one. So this is what it looks like standing up. So obviously it doesn't fit all the way, and then it doesn't actually go on the side because as you can see, it is a little bit too long. So if any of you guys are wondering if your mini iPad fits in here, it does not, because I know some of you guys want to use this bag as an airport travel bag, and then of course a lot of people like to bring tablets, you like to bring books, so it can just kind of gauge whether or not this fits. So one of my first pros is definitely the handle size. The height of this is so comfortable to wear in the crook of your arm. For example, if you just want to wear this in the crook of your arm like this, it's super comfortable. Because the handles are thicker, it's actually super comfortable to wear as well. Another thing with the handles is because the leather is treated, you don't have to worry about if you just have fresh hand sani, you don't have to let it dry, or if you just put on some hand lotion, you don't have to worry about it either because the leather is treated. Celine's treated leather is technically waterproof, so you can actually wear it out in the rain and not have to worry about it. And then the same thing with the coated canvas, you don't have to worry about it as well. Like if it's raining, you can just wipe it right off. Another pro about this bag is because the zippers actually go all the way down, you have more flexibility in putting things in, as opposed to there are some Boston bags that the zipper is only at the top. So just visually, for example, the Nano Speedy zipper literally just goes straight on top. It doesn't go to the sides right over here. Whereas the Celine Boston bag, this added like 1.5 centimeters of space makes it so much easier to get in and out of, which is really nice. Another pro, like I mentioned before, is that the new Celine Boston bags do have the D-rings on the side, because a lot of people, I feel like with the Alma BBs as well, is that when you have to hook things right here, it makes the straps kind of uncomfortable when you lay it across your body. So that's another thing. Definitely a big pro is that even though it's called the small Celine Boston bag, it can actually fit so much. Like the fact that you can fit a water bottle in this bag to me is incredible. I love that the strap is detachable as well. It's detachable and adjustable, so if you guys are taller than me, shorter than me, you can hopefully find a nice sweet spot on where to wear this. I feel like the price point of this bag is not bad, and especially if you want to buy it pre-loved, you can get it for a couple $100 less. Or if you buy this in Hawaii, I believe you can get this like 10 to 15% off. Well, or if you buy it in Europe, of course, you get like the 12% VAT refund. So you have a lot of different options. Like comparing the price point of how much you can use this bag versus, so this is what, $17.50. This is $10 cheaper than a Louis Vuitton Nano Noe that can't even fit a regular iPhone. Just like let that sink in. And you can fit a water bottle in this. Like you can't even fit a phone standing upright in the Nano Noe. Another pro about this, of course, I just feel like is the color combination. Like I said earlier, not only does it get vintage vibes, but because this is like a really dark brown with the dark brown handles, you can actually style this really well. A lot of people say like you can't style brown and black, but I actually feel like this color combination would go so well with black. I think Lisa was wearing a black jacket when she styled this, and that is another pro that I have to mention if you're a Blink as well, is that Lisa loves, and I mean loves this bag. I've seen her use this at the airport, traveling in, I think somewhere in Northern Europe, where she was using this all the time. So it's like a tried and true bag for her as well. It's actually pretty lightweight. I would say the most of the weight of this bag is definitely due to the handles. I did travel with this for a little bit during an overnight weekend with my family. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, it can get heavy if you really stuff it. Like if I put my camera in, my wallet, AirPods, all that stuff. For me personally, I don't find the thinness of the strap to hurt my shoulder, but I do know some people have complaints when a strap is too thin, it can hurt your shoulder. But I feel like it's because the D-rings are on the side, the way that the weight is distributed with the bag to your shoulder is actually pretty good. The last pro is, if you don't know Celine Triomphe Canvas, and it's just like a cute mini little duffel bag, I feel like the Triomphe Canvas, like some people might say this is really loud, but in general, like if I got a group of guys and I'm like, what brand is this? I feel like most of them wouldn't know what to say, whereas this is so clearly Louis Vuitton. So I do know some people are afraid, especially in recent times, of like being targeted or attacked. So this is in its own way, if you're not in the luxury world, which a lot of people aren't into, then you don't know what this is, so it's kind of incognito. And then a final pro is you do have options as well. If you don't want the coated canvas, you can get it in leather, which is really nice. So you have variations, and they actually do seasonally come out with more variation. So they have the leather ones with the giant Triumph logo on one side, and then they also have, I think, a textile version, like a fabric-y one as well, which is like textile with leather. I mean, I guess the only con would be that there's no feet, but for me, because it's coated canvas, I don't really have to worry about the feet situation. But I do know that some people have an issue with the feet. Honestly, I don't really have any cons about this. I've used this for a solid 2 months, not every single day, but at least a couple times a week. But in my personal experience with owning this bag for the last 2 months, I honestly have no complaints. It's like such a nice like Goldilocks size. Alrighty, and then the final, is this bag worth it? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious that I think this bag is worth it, but especially for the price as well. I definitely feel like you can for sure get your cost per wear. You can take this traveling. This could be your carry-on bag. I actually, now that I think about it, when I was at LAX, I actually did see somebody with a small Boston bag, and this is like maybe 6+ months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just barely caught it. This is super nice to run errands with. This is even like a good brunch bag, and honestly, I feel like if you take away the crossbody strap, you can use this for like a semi-formal dinner. I mean, it does lean more casual than formal. I feel like one of the most asked questions that I get, if you can choose between the Louis Vuitton Speedy 20 or the Celine Small Boston, what would I pick? I feel like that question is really hard for me to answer for you guys, because I already have this, my Speedy HL and a Speedy 35, so I wanted something different to add into that. Also, I feel like the number one thing that you should look at is more so visuals as well, is that the Speedy 20 looks more like a hot dog, where it's longer, even though in length it's the same, because it's slightly shorter, it looks longer. And don't get me wrong, I do really like that. If I didn't get this one, then I would have got it in the Damier Ebene for sure, in the 20. But another thing that I don't like about the Speedy 20 is that it comes with the strap. I know a lot of people do actually like the strap. It like makes it a lot more casual. It's just, for me personally, I would have preferred a Vachetta strap. If they offered it in a Vachetta strap, I probably would have been more likely to get it. I just don't like spending, let's say the strap is $300 on its own, or even $250. Like, that's money to me that I could be putting towards a card holder instead of a strap that I don't want. Whereas this one is very simple, it's very clean. It comes with a matching leather strap, and then it's done. Like, there's no extra hoo-ha or anything like that. So if you're deciding between the two and you already own a lot of Louis Vuitton monogram, I would lean towards the Triomphe Canvas just because it's something different. Or even if you don't want the Triomphe Canvas version, I actually love the leather ones. It's actually the Cure Triomphe, so the all leather version, that made me fall in love with the Small Boston. So I already liked it visually. I love the aesthetics. Lisa already made me like it, but for me to really be like, oh, that's the next bag that I want to get, it was purely because I tried on the leather version and I absolutely just fell in love with the way that the shape and the dimensions of this bag lays against the body. So if you're unsure about this, I definitely recommend just trying on in person. I feel like that's just my golden rule. You don't know how you will really feel about a bag until it lays against your body. In terms of visuals, I'm 5'3", I'm like 117 pounds. When I tried on the Speedy 20, I liked it, but then when I tried on the small Boston bag size, I just felt like it worked with the shape of my body so much more. Like I loved it, like fully loved it. So that is my quick little review on this bag. I feel like I only had good things to say, which I feel like is not very conducive of a good review, to be honest. Genuinely, I really do love this. It's so easy to use and I don't have to worry about it. Super carefree. Like when I go to the grocery store, I can just put it on the cart and not care because I could always just wipe off the bottom. So it's really nice. I would love for them to re-release the white one. I feel like that would be really nice. I don't know why they don't. I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you have any additional questions, please leave them down below and I'll try to reply as best as I can. As always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!